Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I hope everyone's having a great day today, but if not, hopefully we can change that by the end of this video. For today's video, we are going to be recreating something that I posted recently for skincare, which was the top 10 skincare products I would keep if I could only keep 10. This time we're doing it for hair care because a lot of you guys requested that, so I will be sharing 10 different hair care products that I cannot live without, including shampoo and conditioner, hair masks, oils and serums, leave-ins, sprays, everything. You know, we got a lot to get through. This was very difficult for me, I will say, subject to change, but at the same time I'm like, when are these going to change? Because these are products that I have been absolutely obsessed with for a long time, some of them years. So we're gonna jump right into all of that, but before we do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click on that notification bell, and drop a comment below letting me know what one of your all-time favorite hair care products is, or if you want to share 10 with me, or just a few, however many favorites you want to share. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for doing all of those things. It really supports me with the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate it so much. Instagram and TikTok handles are right here, and everything that you could possibly need from me, including Lightroom preset filters for editing your Instagram photos, merch, discount codes, links, and timestamps are always listed in my description box below. All right, let's jump into it. All right, let's start off with shampoo and conditioner. If I could only keep one set, what would it be? This might be a little bit confusing if you watched a recent video where I ranked my top 4 favorite shampoo and conditioner sets, because this did not get first place, spoiler alert, but that's because for that video I was trying to be as objective as possible and take how well things worked for my hair slightly out of the equation and make it more just about the ingredients and pH levels and just things overall like that, knowing that not everybody of course has my hair type. But when I think about the set that I have been able to rely on the most for the longest, it's Pureology Strength Cure, and I couldn't not choose this. I couldn't. I'm obsessed with this so much. So for each of these 10 products, we will talk through ingredients, pH level if there was one listed on the website, formula, and my favorite ways to use each product, except for this because shampoo and conditioner use is pretty straightforward, I think, right? So there's a couple ingredients in the shampoo that I want to touch on first because they're not in the conditioner, and those ingredients are salicylic acid and citric acid. So these ingredients are not only going to help to lower the pH of the formula, they're also going to help to maintain healthy pH levels on the scalp and help to gently exfoliate as well, which is great if you deal with flakes or excessive product buildup. So love that. On top of that, these both have really nice strengthening ingredients, including amlodimethicone, quaternary ammonium compounds, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, arginine, which is an amino acid, and a great antioxidant called astaxanthin. Plus, there's really nice conditioning ingredients, so things like camelina seed oil, linseed oil, olive oil, and vitamin E. But that's not all, because I can't sing. I don't know why I did that. But that's not all, because the shampoo and conditioner are both pH balanced. So ideal pH range for a shampoo and conditioner is 5.5 or below, and the shampoo is 5.3 and the conditioner is 4.5. And the formulas are great as well, because while I do think that they work perfectly for my hair type and just the level of oil I have on my scalp, I also think that they would work really well for a lot of different hair types because they're pretty universal. So the shampoo is very liquidy. Make sure that you're emulsifying it real well in the hands, but if you do that, it cleanses the scalp so well and never leaves me feeling dry or stripped or itchy. And the conditioner, oh my gosh, you guys, it's silky soft. It deeply conditions my hair. It doesn't weigh it down. It detangles my hair so well, which is definitely not always the case for me because my hair is so tangly. And after I use this set, my hair just looks amazing every time. It looks like I did a little bit something extra. It's like, what'd you do to your hair this week? You know, that type of thing. It looks soft and smooth and sealed. Perfect. I love this set so much. I feel like I will never not have this in my shower. It's the love of my life. Anyway, okay, for product number 2, I wanted to pick a clarifying product. So I have several clarifying products that I really enjoy, shampoos, rinses, but the one that I landed on that I think is the absolute best is the ACV by DP Hue Apple Cider Vinegar Hair Rinse. So this of course has apple cider vinegar in it, and that ingredient is kind of going to benefit the hair and scalp in similar ways to salicylic and citric acid because it will lower the pH of this product, help to maintain healthy pH levels on the scalp, help to get rid of product buildup and flakes, awesome ingredient and can also add really nice shine to the hair. But on top of that, there's other great ingredients in this too. So I think that's kind of what sets this apart compared to other clarifying products that I've tried. It's not that it just clarifies, it has things to help to condition and strengthen the hair. So it has vegetable protein in it. Why did I emphasize that like that? Quaternary ammonium compounds and great plant-based oils like argan oil and macadamia oil. So you get a lot of well-rounded benefits here, and this formula is really nice. It's completely runny and liquidy. I mean, at first it's like, oh, is this water? But it has this kind of silky slip to it that, again, I think just really makes the hair look glossy, if you know what I mean. So this could be used in place of shampoo if you would like to, but when I use it, I always use it in combination with shampoo. So I will wet my hair, go in with this, section it off, and just apply that straight to the scalp from this little nozzle right here, and then I will gently massage that into the scalp. It doesn't really get lathery and sudsy like a shampoo, but it does, you know, there's like a little bit of a warming sensation with it, probably from that vinegar. Anyway, and then I will go ahead and rinse that from my scalp and then apply shampoo after that, and boy, does that leave me feeling and looking fresh and clean, but again, not stripped. Also, pH range of this product is 3.5 to 4.5. Amazing. So going to be safe for those of you that have color treated hair, going to be safe if you have very damaged hair. I cannot recommend this enough. All right, product number 3 is a hair mask, and the one that I chose is the Olaplex number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. Wow, this mask is everything. It's so impressive. It truly has one of the most stacked ingredients lists I've ever seen for a hair care product, period, and especially a hair mask. So not only does this have Olaplex's patented bond building, bond reparative ingredient in it, it has so many other ingredients that are going to help to replenish and strengthen and condition and everything the hair. So let's read through some of those. This has amino acids, a laundry list of amino acids, and why that is important for the hair is, I won't get too sciencey, but essentially our hair is primarily made up of keratin, which is a complex protein that is made up of peptides, which are made up of long chains of amino acids, if that makes sense. So strengthening benefits there, plus this also has avocado oil, meadowfoam seed oil, rice bran oil, ceramides, panthenol, and hyaluronic acid. And again, there's so many other ingredients aside from those that are incredible. So that is one of the reasons I absolutely love this and why I chose this as my number 1 hair mask. But on top of that, I really love this formula. I've said this a lot before. It's definitely not what I typically go for or reach for a hair mask, because I really like thick buttery masks, but this, while it seems lighter weight at first when you squeeze it out of the tube, it's deceiving, because when you apply it to the ends of your hair, it feels so rich and conditioning. It's very dense, like a lot of other Olaplex products, which I love. So my hair, oh man, always looks amazing after I use this, and it's just it, you know, it helps with frizz, it makes my hair very soft, it detangles, it adds shine. It's everything to me, and that's my number 1 hair mask. Okay, let's move on to leave-in conditioning sprays. So I absolutely love leave-in conditioning sprays. It's one of my favorite hair care categories. I would actually love to do a video just sharing my favorites within this category. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know. I can definitely do that. But because of that, I couldn't just pick one, because I have different reasons why I reach for these sprays. So the first category is going to be leave-in conditioning sprays that I like to use on wet hair after I wash it to recondition, help to detangle, and add heat protection before I go ahead and blow dry. So the product that I chose for that is the Bumble & Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. Strengthening ingredients in this include quartz, vegetable protein, and wheat protein. This has shea butter, which is a really nice, rich, nourishing butter for the hair, plus tons of plant-based oils. So things like grapeseed oil, macadamia oil, coconut, argan, safflower oil, hyaluronic acid, sodium PCA. So another incredible ingredients list. And for formula for this one, it's a little bit creamier than some of my other conditioning sprays, which is why I chose it for post-wash, because that's when I want the thicker formula, because I'm not as worried about it weighing down my hair, where I am more worried about that midweek for reconditioning. which we'll get to in a second, but this does an incredible job at conditioning and detangling my hair after I have washed it, and I love that we're getting the added benefit of heat and UV protection as well. It's so good. Makes my hair feel amazing, like all of these products, no funky residue. Now for that spray that I like to use for midweek detangling and reconditioning. The product I chose, you guys guessed it, is the Pureology Color Fanatic Multitasking Leave-In Spray. Oh my gosh. I also love to use this for post-wash detangling and conditioning, but like I said, I couldn't choose between the two. I need both of these in my life. So out of them, this is what I like better for midweek reconditioning. The second ingredient in this is coconut oil. That is such an incredible oil for the hair for so many different reasons. I actually made an entire video talking all about it that I will link below if you want to know more about the pros and cons of coconut oil for the hair, but this also has a lot of the same ingredients that we've already talked about, like vegetable protein, quartz, vitamin E, vitamin C, camelina oil, and olive oil. So the reason why I chose this for midweek is because I think it's the perfect weight for midweek reconditioning. It has enough slip to it to detangle and recondition my hair, but I never feel like my hair is weighed down after I use it. It doesn't leave weird residue in my hair. I can completely douse my hair in this, and I wake up the next morning and my hair just feels soft and reconditioned, detangled, good to go. So a really nice one no matter when you use it, but if you're looking for something to use midweek that's not gonna leave your hair, you know, feeling kind of crunchy and off, which has definitely happened to me a time or two, this is what I would recommend. Okay, moving on from sprays, let's talk about the product that I chose for overnight reconditioning. I'm telling you guys, I'm reconditioning my hair all week long. Keep in mind, I'm not using a ton of product every time that I do this, but I have to apply conditioning products all week in order for my hair to stay detangled so that I don't end up breaking my hair when I try to brush through it. So the product that I chose for overnight reconditioning is the Olaplex No. 6 Bond Smoother. So a lot of the beneficial ingredients in this product are the same as the No. 8 hair mask. So the patented bond repair ingredient, vegetable protein, quartz. This also has, on top of that, sunflower seed oil, green tea oil, grapeseed oil, panthenol, vitamin C, and coconut oil, and the pH level of this is between 4 and 5. So this formula is even more dense than the No. 8 hair mask. A tiny bit goes a very long way, and I personally love to use this midweek because of how rich and creamy it is. It reconditions and nourishes my hair to a level that I feel I've never accomplished with any other product, and it's amazing at helping to minimize frizz midweek as well if you feel that your hair gets frizzier the longer you go after you wash it, you know? And I realized I completely forgot to include this on my video where I talk all about the causes of frizzy hair and products that I would recommend for frizz. I'm so annoyed by that because this is one of my absolute favorite products for frizz. I don't know why that escaped me. I'll list that below if you haven't seen that yet, but we're gonna tack that on here because so good for frizz and just softness and shine and everything. Oh my gosh. While my favorite way to use this is midweek overnight to refresh my hair, I also really enjoy using this before blow drying, but I do just need to be really careful with the amount that I use because if I use too much, my hair just looks flat and weird and almost kind of like greasy on the ends because again, it's so thick and creamy. So just make sure you're being careful with the amount that you use, but boy, this is everything. Okay, now let's move on to my favorite hair oils. So I have two different oils here. One is more of a true liquidy oil. One is, you'll see in a second. So the first that is in true oil form is the Bumble & Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. So this is also a multi-benefit oil that you do get heat protection with, as well as the incredible benefits of applying an oil like this, which is very nourishing and conditioning to the hair. So ingredient highlights here: amodimethicone, tons of amazing oils like macadamia, sweet almond, grapeseed, argan, safflower, squalane. Vitamin E is in this, plant extracts like grapeseed extracts. So again, I know that Bumble & Bumble products are not super affordable, but I think that they are so worth the money. I really love this formula because it's very silky and slippery and is so helpful at detangling the hair. So if you get mats or snarls, anything where your knots are intensified, adding a little bit of an oil like this between your fingers to help to detangle, that's going to be the best case scenario because that's going to help to prevent breakage as much as possible before you go ahead and try to brush through that. Please don't try to just brush straight through the mat, but detangle first with your fingers and a little bit of oil. It's a little hack. But I also love this because it's the perfect amount of all of those things without being too heavy or greasy. I do have to be really careful with the oils that I use on my hair because my hair is so fine. So even though I have a lot of hair, the individual strands are fine and it's easily weighed down by thicker oils. So I love that this works well for me in that way. And it makes my hair look so shiny. It's so amazing at that. And especially if I mix this in with, let's say, their invisible oil priming spray or my Pureology spray, or put a little bit of this in with my Olaplex number 6. Oh my gosh, we can't even talk about it. So that's oil number 1. Oil number 2 is a completely different kind of formula because it is a mist. So this is the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Smoothing Anti-Frizz Dry Oil Mist. And this, oh my gosh, is going to be your best friend if oils like this just never really quite work out for your hair. If they weigh down your hair too much, I'm telling you. Ingredients quickly that stand out to me in this include avocado oil, vitamin C, vitamin E, hyaluronic acid, and Alterna has this proprietary blend that includes caviar and antioxidants to help to protect and strengthen the hair. So that's in all of their products, including this one, which is great. But really the reason I love this so much is because of the formula. I don't have any other products quite like this, and this is my favorite type of oil to use midweek to recondition, detangle, add shine, tame frizz, but in the lightest weight way possible, because truly, like, come on, you wouldn't even really know that that is an oil, but it has the perfect amount of slip to it to get you all the benefits of one. Another way to use this aside from that is to use this in tandem with a leave-in conditioning spray like the ones that I talked about. If you have incredibly tangly, snarly hair after you wash it, oh my gosh, it will take that detangling to the next level and really help, again, to make sure that you're preventing breakage. So I would highly recommend that. I don't think that you can go wrong with either, but they're obviously very different kinds of products, which is why I wanted to include both. All right, second to last is my all-time favorite texturizing and volumizing spray. So I will say that I almost decided to choose a blow dry product for this category, but I feel like we have that covered with the leave-in conditioning sprays, Olaplex 6, the oils, like all of those things are amazing before blow drying as well. So do I really need a separate blow dry primer on top of those things? No, even though I have a lot that I love. So if you guys want a whole video on my favorite blow dry or preheat styling products, let me know. I can definitely do that. But I decided to include a texture spray instead because this is a totally unique category that is not covered by any of these other products. My all-time favorite texture spray is the Alterna My Hair, My Canvas Anyway texture spray. So this also has their caviar extract, a few other nice ingredients. It has coconut liquid, bamboo extract, what else? Sugarcane. But in general, products like this are typically not going to have all of these amazing ingredients because of what this is supposed to do to the hair. So the reason why I love this so much is because it adds such awesome texture, helps to add and kind of like enhance waves that I have, but leaves absolutely no grit or weird residue. And so many texture sprays that I've tried just leave my hair feeling gross and they end up making my hair really snarly a couple days later. So I don't have that issue at all with this. My personal favorite way to use it is midweek. I will go ahead and sleep with my hair in twists or braids, and then in the morning, so like after this, I actually haven't even used it today, but I'd apply this right now, but I don't want to have to sit here and wait for it to dry because it's a process. But what I normally like to do when my hair has this kind of waved midweek situation going on is spray texture spray on top of this and kind of scrunch up my hair. And then I'll go in with a little bit of an oil and kind of help to tame all of that down. And oh my gosh, it just really helps to define the waves. It looks so good and beachy and tousled. And it's the perfect way to use the kind of dirt and grit that you have in your hair midweek to your advantage. So anyway, texture spray, you're so fabulous. I love you so much. Thanks for existing. Okay, for the 10th and final category, I thought that we had to include a hair repair treatment. So this one was a little bit tricky for me as well, but I chose based on what I feel works the best for my hair in my hair care routine, which we'll get into. But I chose Olaplex number 3, their hair perfector. So I've talked about this product, it feels a million times at this point, so I'm not gonna repeat everything here. I'll try to keep it brief because I also have a lot of videos where I talk about this in depth, so I'll list those below, including one where I discuss the most effective way to use Olaplex products and talk all about the best way to use this integrated in your hair care routine. So that has all been discussed already, and this is also pH balanced. The pH is between 3.5 and 5, which is great. But again, the reason why I decided on Olaplex number 3 over other hair repair products is because it's the easiest for me to integrate into my routine without having to forgo other kinds of products that I feel my hair really needs. So as a point of comparison, K18 is another amazing hair repair product, but you can't use conditioner when you use that, and that ends up being a huge problem for my hair. Like, I desperately need conditioner. If they came out with something that was similar to number 3 where you could use it before you condition, well, then that would be a game changer. But for where I'm at with my hair right now, not being able to use conditioner was really, really tough. So that's why I went with Olaplex number 3. I do still owe you guys a video where I compare this and K18, so if you're still interested in that, let me know in the comments below. But I use this, oh my gosh, I've used this for a really long time, but I used this as my only hair repair product for over a year, and I really saw amazing results. My hair was in such good shape, so I know that this works for me, and it's one that I'd recommend and have for a long time. All right, you guys, and with that, we have made it to the end of this video. Those are the 10 hair care products I would keep in my life if I could only keep 10. Would I like to keep a lot more? Yes, of course. Are there other categories that we didn't cover in this video? Yes to that as well. Let me know if there's any categories that I didn't talk about that you would like me to do a dedicated video on, or I could do a dedicated video on any of these categories as well, because like I said, I got a million others where this came from. Let me know in the comments below if you decide to pick up any of these products after watching this video. As always, everything will be listed in my description box below if you decide to do that. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Again, thank you so much for doing all of those things and for your support. Stay tuned for my next video because that will be up in a few days, but until then, I hope you have a great few days.